And then there's the guys who want to know why, so that they know where they stand. So, you know how when you're little, I mean, we all did when we were little, you think that you're gonna wait to have sex, you know, until you're married. And, I mean, most people get over that at some point, but not all people. And, that's cool, but that's not why you're still a virgin, is it? Actually, no. That's not why I'm still a virgin. I'm not saving myself for marriage. Not on purpose, anyway. I did grow up in a very conservative country, a very Catholic country, and I'm sure that had some kind of an effect on me, but no. That's not why I'm still a virgin. I am not living by anybody else's rules. Thank you very much. Much less my parents' rules. They're always the next ones to blame. No, it's not because of my parents. They didn't tell me I'd grow hair on my hands if I masturbated. They didn't tell me I'd go to hell if I had sex before marriage. In fact, quite the opposite. I remember asking my mom what sex felt like, and she said, "Oh, it feels really good." I was 5. And then I remember telling my mom when I was like 10 that I thought it was a good idea to wait till I have sex till I was married. And she said, "Actually, honey, sex is very important. You should have sex before you get married." And then my dad gave us this book called, like, Erotic Youth or something, just to make sure that we knew it was perfectly normal to have erotic thoughts and feel horny and all that stuff. I love that one. When I tell people I'm a virgin and I get but don't you ever get horny? What kind of question is that? That's like asking an anorexic girl if she ever gets hungry. Gosh, she just doesn't eat. I'm willing to consider the possibility that my horniness is different than the horniness of a person who's had sex. I mean, if you've tasted creme brulee, and if you haven't tasted creme brulee, you're probably not going to crave it. But that doesn't mean you don't crave something sweet. So yeah, I get horny. I just don't have sex. It's kind of like feeling the urge to fart, but holding it in. Holding it in doesn't mean you didn't feel the urge. Okay, go back to the creme brulee. Even if you have had creme brulee and you're craving it, doesn't mean you have to have it. Sometimes it's good not to satisfy your cravings. If you satisfy your cravings all the time, pretty soon you find that you have none, because there's nothing left to want or appreciate. It's called delayed gratification, people. I'm sorry if I'm getting defensive. I mean, I get everything from what's wrong with you to, are you asexual, to, did something happen when you were little? No, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not asexual, and I did not get molested by my stepdad. I don't have a stepdad. I didn't get molested by anybody else either. I mean, look, some people have even resorted to asking me if I'm gay. Why, that would explain it. I'm not sure. Although, I will admit I like going to gay clubs. Mostly because you can dance sexy and the chances of a guy sticking his crotch in your ass are much lower. I mean, just think what it was like to be a poor, innocent Mexican girl on the homecoming dance floor. It was not amusing. Very confusing, actually. That's probably why I'm still a virgin. I've always had this sense of innocence that I can't seem to get past. I mean, my friends sit around talking about hairless Brazilian beavers. And all I can think is, are beavers in Brazil really hairless? verse. I know what that means now. I wouldn't think much of being a virgin if I didn't notice that most people just get it over with at some point. It's like, I've just been going about my business, living my life, and then next thing I know, everybody's doing something I've never done before. And they're all looking at me why I'm not following the crowd or joining in, for crying out loud. And some people treat me like I have an illness. I was born like this. Being a virgin at 22 is actually kind of cool when you think about it, because I have something to look forward to, something potentially really amazing. It's almost as if, imagine if you'd been fed through tubes your whole life, and you'd never experienced the joy of eating, right? Of actually putting food in your mouth, and all you hear about is how good this tastes, and how good that tastes, and if you try it this way or that way, it's great. But you know that someday you're going to get to find out what everybody's talking about. You're going to get to experience the tasting, the chewing, the sucking, the nibbling, the swallowing, the after feeling. Just imagine if you had that to look forward to. It's kind of what I have. Besides, I don't reach my peak until I'm in my 30s. Does that make you hungry? Anyway, even if I never have sex, I don't even know how bad that would be. Because I don't know how good it feels. Although, once, I was at the zoo. I saw these two turtles doing it. And, they were going at it. Slowly, but surely. And you should have seen the one on top. I could see the joy and the excitement in its face. And I know you wouldn't think you could see any kind of expression on a turtle's face, but I saw it. That little guy was having a very pleasurable experience, and just watching the way that it opened and closed its mouth, slowly and passionately. It made me really want to try it. If a turtle can have sex, you'd think I could. I'm not that different from a turtle. I also have a hard shell. I always feel like I'm not getting anywhere. I'm a slow learner. I don't know. If I wanted to, I could find somebody to have sex with. It'd probably be too easy. I don't want to do it just to do it. Besides, I've never had a boyfriend. I had a couple in kindergarten. But since then, I haven't had a full-on, real, committed relationship with anyone. I'm a 22-year-old Irish-looking Mexican virgin who's never had a boyfriend. My mom thinks I haven't had a boyfriend because I haven't wanted one. She says if you wanted one, you would have had him a long time ago. But I've wanted one. It's just that you have to consider, the first time I ever really wanted a boyfriend, I was 16, and I moved here when I was 16. And I jumped into an American high school with American boys who quite frankly at that point were like strange creatures who said the word dude way too much. Not to mention, I was involved with schoolwork and trying to adapt to a whole new world. And so I made it easy on myself. I quickly became familiar with the word stag and went stag to all the school dances, except prom. My friend got me a blind date with a sophomore who pretty much disappeared when he realized we weren't sneaking in any alcohol. And then by the time I graduated from high school, I came out here to LA to pursue acting, and who was I going to meet? Orlando Bloom. Most kids my age were at college, and I was here trying to figure out who I am and what I want, and so I've been busy. I've been really busy, and now it's hard. I speak English pretty good, but dating is a whole other language. My friends are constantly having to give me direction. Ellie, that guy was hitting on you. Huh? Oh, no, he was just asking me why I'm so flexible. Oh. Right. And I'm not very good at flirting. The last thing I said to a cute guy at a bar was, "Peace out." Apparently that's not as cool as I thought it was.